Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today. What are you struggling with? Let's talk about your health and your life. Remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. It's about lifestyle. So the choices we make every single day can and will determine the kind of health we're going to have tomorrow. We want to help you thrive, and we want to help you do well. We don't want to see you stuck. I don't want to see you stuck. I want to see you do well with whatever you deal with your health and your life to really make it work well. Because really, at the end of the day, you want to thrive. You want to really knock it out of the park. In your health, it doesn't matter if you got diabetes or heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia. Remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. You can push yourself to the next level if you're willing to make it happen. So those choices are determined by you. No one else can take responsibility. You got to put the sweat equity in. But nobody wants to do that, right? But I know you do. And at the end of the day, we want to help you do that. 888-283-7272. Osteoporosis is a big topic. Now, of course, women face this more than men. But if you have some of the risk factors, which one of those being a postmenopausal woman, or if you're vitamin D deficient, guys can get this too. I've seen it a lot. So don't wait until you have the symptoms to get screened. This is what I always preach, right? This is prevention. Prevention is the key. Staying ahead of the game, knowing your numbers, getting ahead of it so that you give your body everything that it needs so you can thrive, crush it, and do well. So when you want to get screened, that's one of the big keys. So here's some of the basics to get screened for bone loss, all right? So women over the age of 65, women who have had more than one risk factor, for example, a family history of osteoporosis or low body weight, other than being Caucasian or past menopause. Postmenopausal women who've had a fracture, that's a big deal. And since bone loss begins without noticeable symptoms, screening should ideally occur before you have reason to worry. Now, fracture, most common early osteoporosis symptom is fracture. So you may have a fragility-related fracture before you're diagnosed with bone loss or osteoporosis. And it means your wrist, back, hip, or other bone is fractured as a result of mild to moderate trauma, like taking a quick fall, whatever it is. And if you experience a kind of fracture and you're over 50, you want to talk to your doctor about bone loss and what the issue is with that. A study of 127 people who had fragility-related fracture showed that only 17% thought their fracture could be related to osteoporosis, and fewer than half believed they were at increased risk for another fracture. Even having one fracture significantly increases the risk of later fractures, and osteoporosis was diagnosed in 44% of these patients that they looked at. That's amazing. Think about that. So if you hear some basic signs, any of these, if you haven't had a fracture of any kind, this could show that you're setting up for that, okay? So high levels of serum calcium or alkaline phosphatase in a blood test. And again, if you're over age 35, you need to be having blood tests done every 6 months, okay? It's not excess. It's important. You got to get it done. It's vital. You got to do it, all right? Next, vitamin D deficiency is a big one, okay? Difficulty getting up from a chair without using your arms to push is very noticeable and extremely important to notice. Joint or muscle aches, okay? A resting pulse greater than 80 beats per minute, height loss, increased stooping, which is curvature of the spine. All those are very important, and you got to have those checked out on a regular basis. These symptoms can indicate other health issues as well, so it's important to talk to your doctor and make sure they get an accurate diagnosis and a good treatment plan. So you might wonder also if you've experienced fragility-related fracture. Sometimes they're obvious, and you'll experience pain and swelling immediately after a fall or impact. At other times, you may feel pain, like your back, not able to trace to a single event, but just kind of aches, and that's very common as well. That's why nutritional deficiencies, vitamin D, other minerals, can be affected and can be really making an impact in your overall health, and you want to get those looked at as soon as possible. It really does. It makes a big, big difference overall. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Questions about your health, you can give us a call or go to the website. And that's the key. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do. All this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, just go to the website. You can easily find it there, and it can make a big difference in your overall health and your life. Let's get to the phones. Remember, you can always call us at the number. Let's go to the phones. Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
I was calling in regards to a fibrogranular mass in my right breast. And I've been having trouble with lymph nodes in my left armpit, swollen. And the doctor wants now send me to a hematologist because my blood count is elevated.
Okay. So one of the keys with the mass, this mass you're talking about, they're usually benign. All right, so that's the good news. All right, these masses are usually benign, and that's good news, right? So, but you still want to go to the hematologist. I think it's a good idea to figure out exactly what they are going to say. An opinion like that with the high level of a specialist is important, because one of the biggest things in medicine is to rule out what you don't have. Okay, that's one of the big keys. You want to rule out where the body's doing well and you know what it's doing, what it's not doing. You want to make sure the body's getting everything that it needs so it can thrive and function at its best level. But you've got to determine that. You want to pinpoint that. That's a big deal. And then another piece too that's vitally important is to make sure, and this is important, okay? Once you get that opinion, then you got to have a game plan to go with it. So it's one thing to have knowledge like that, but you got to have a day-to-day routine that's extremely important and that keeps you on top of your game. And that's why you want to do everything you can with that information, and then start, bucking up on your own self to make sure you're eating the right kind of foods, cutting down inflammatory-based foods, that you are getting yourself into a position that you can do better. And that's what we want to see you do in a great way is to live better and do better and make it happen. So that's a big key. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. The key neighborhood factor that can help smokers quit, the inconvenience of having to walk further to the nearest cigarette vendor, might be enough to help smokers quit. And researchers in Finland tracked data on about 21,000 current and former smokers. And the investigators want to see how the changes in walking distance from home to nearest tobacco could affect smoking behavior. The result, every 1/3 of a mile the smoker had to walk, and there was 20 to 60% increase for his or her odds of quitting habit, to the study found. So the good news is when you make it difficult to get the cigarettes, it can cut down on, because people are a little bit lazy by nature, it'll cut down on your ability to be smoking. And that is a big deal. So having to drive farther away or having to walk to get your cigarettes probably would cut down on people actually doing the smoking. Interesting, that's for sure. I wish people would just quit in general. That would be fantastic. That's one of the toughest habits, for sure. 888-283-7272.
To experience more of ASA RX audio, visit us at asarx.com. Hi, it's Asa here. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you need a new prescription for your life? I have a special gift for all my listeners. I'm giving away a free copy of my international best-selling book to help you truly live your potential. All you have to do is cover the shipping and handling, and I will give you the book absolutely free. I want to invest in you and your health this year. So get your free copy of my book by visiting myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com, and let's get healthy together this year.